up on the L. Yes, man. Black Chamber Music Radio. Classic Reggae Wednesdays. That's my big choice.
Only on BCMR.
Tune into Night Chat with the Empress herself, Cheryl T. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook at I Am Cheryl Taylor. And now on YouTube at Cheryl Taylor Night Chat for trending hot topics, special guests, and the hot topic questions. Also, follow Cheryl on Instagram at Cheryl Taylor Show. Don't be left out. Be a part of the conversation.
Hello, thank you, and welcome to Night Chat. I am your host, Empress Cheryl Taylor. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to share this broadcast. We have a good show lined up for you tonight. You know, it's sad to say, but another police officer again shot just for asking someone to put on a mask, to wear a mask. And let's talk about all these pandemic parties that's been going on. Like, is it safe? Are you guys really being safe at these pandemic parties? So Chris D'Ello is being sued by Jane Doe that's saying you stole my virginity. Oh, we're going to talk about that. We have the hot topic questions, and they are hot tonight. And we also have our special guest, Miss Hakemia Jackson, that's going to be stopping by to talk about the mental and physical health in our black communities. And y'all know we need to talk about some things like that. All right, so y'all know, stay tight, do what you do, and y'all know how we do. So let's just get this started. Yeah. So y'all know how we do. We're getting this started. So don't forget to share this broadcast. I thank you so much for being here and for really allowing me to be in your homes with you. I thank you. I really appreciate it. I want to send out my love, as I always do, to my Wu-Tang family, my Protect Your Neck Records, all my kings and queens. And y'all know I always talk John Mook in the morning on Instagram from 9 to 10 a.m. Monday to Friday. Yes, we do wonderful things. We have a wonderful program, an hour. Just I'll be on there. Black Chamber Music Radio, big up. I love you guys. They're also on Amazon Fire TV. Blended Ologies is on there. Download, you know, guys. And also my show is on Amazon Fire TV as well, on Podcast Central on a Wednesdays. I think it's at 10 p.m. So listen, download it. Y'all know what to do. Support. Y'all know how we do. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to just start up with it because I am just too through. This is just too much. You know, I don't understand why officers are being killed. Like we're not being killed for things, you know, senseless as it is. This one is very senseless. And was killed. Officer Mitchum. This was in New Orleans. This went down. He was shot and killed during a game at George Washington High School, where he was a man. He refused. You know, he told me he couldn't come in. You know, you ain't got a mask on. You can't come in. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the time where we live in. We all need to mask up. It is our protocol. It's our new norm of life, people. It's just our new norm. So I thought this was just really crazy. So he was breaking up a fight. While he's breaking up the fight, the man who he refused to entry in to come in, okay, walked away, came back, shot this man twice. The police officer shot him twice and left the gun on the ground. They apprehended him, thank God. You know, and you know what's so sad, to add insult to injury? This Charles Horn, He's black. I said it, he's black. Like, we ain't got enough fighting against racism, against brutality, injustice, systematic racism. Like, we're not fighting for these things as it is. You gonna come here, you come. Because someone asks you to put a mask on for a high school game. And, to get in there, you're keeping people safe and yourself. You're going to shoot this man twice, senseless. But, I always say, I hope they persecute you to the fullest extent of the law. It don't matter to me, black, white, pink, or green. But you see that right there? That's senseless, because now this man has a family. You know what I'm saying? Like, really? So that was really just... people, like, we got to really do better. We got to do better. Our black kings, we got to do better. This is just senseless killing of a good police officer that, that died senselessly, all because he asked you to wear a mask. And this has been popping up. I've been talking about different cases all in the mall where a security guard asked two sisters, remember, a couple months back, to wear a mask, and they beat this man to a pulp because he asked them to wear a mask. It's just really crazy for them to get into the store. Like, this is just getting really crazy around the place, and that's not cool on any level. I'm saying, like, really, we got to do better. We really got to do better. We got to do better with this, people. We got to. So, y'all sent it to me. I got it. I'm just going to ting up on it real quick. So, Chris D'Ella, am I pronouncing his name right, is in the news. He is being sued. TMZ broke this story in exclusive. He's been sued allegedly by a young lady, didn't put her name, that said he stole her virginity at 17 and said it was hot. These are the allegations. He denies it and said he's going to go to court to fight it. But remember, he's also fighting other sexual allegations prior to this. So she's saying that at her age, they started communicating somewhere back in like 2014. When they hooked up, she was 17. She was in high school. When she told him, communicating, he started asking for naked pictures of her, all these different types of things. And she said, I'm 17. He was like, okay, that's hot. But this was in Connecticut. But in Connecticut, I believe the consent age over there is 16. She was 17 at the time. So she's basically suing for damages, not so much of alleged rape, but they met in the consent, like I said, age is 16, and he's been demanding nude pictures of her when they met. I have it here, and they met in the hotel room to have sex. Now, lady, you 17, you met this man. Girl, I don't know, the Jane Doe's, you're 17, you should have your head in your books, but okay. So she's got, she's saying that in other words, like, I don't know if he didn't give it the attention, but he said it was hot. So she's saying he stole her virginity. He's denying all these allegations and denies the allegations that's happening. But the girl says that, before having sex with him, he asked her to send videos and even pictures of herself having sex with other people. Look, Chris, what is going on? This is some type of mess right here. So we're going to keep up with this story and see where it goes and how far this is going to go into court, because she did file, she did put in the docs, because, TMZ saw it, honey. When they break it, it's broken. So I'm like, this is very sad though. And, I don't know where to go with that one. I don't know about this one too well. Chris, we, I can't with this one. Yeah. And this one is just really just, to me, like, we got children. But, I just figured that we'll see where this goes in the court. That's what I'm saying on that. Let's stick me, and it's just that. Stick me with a fork with this. Y'all said I saw that one. I'm done. Okay, we're talking about these. Look, people, y'all know it's early, but, we're talking about these pandemic parties. This is the new norm, and we got to live our lives. And a lot of us are, we got to get back to some type of normalcy. I get it. But these parties that are popping up all over the place, where police got to shut down, and some of y'all sent me some videos. I ain't gonna play them because I'm just saying we should know what we need to do and not do. But these parties are like 100 plus people, 130, 40, 100 plus people are coming to these parties. So there's no type of social distancing. There's mask off because we're drinking alcohol. There's alcohol there. And at this particular one that the police did, that they just shut down, how the cops, and they knew it's because they saw people outside checking the IDs, which is okay. You're going to make sure everybody legal to come in. But over 100, come now. This is really, no, we're not doing it. So, like, are we really staying safe within this pandemic time? What's really going on, people? Like, are we really staying safe within the pandemic? Are we really practicing that? You'll see it. Atlanta, they don't play out in the ATL. They be partying. And without mask, I'll be seeing the videos. Y'all be sending them to me. I'll be seeing them. Even on my IG, I'll be seeing them. Like, they just be partying in the clubs. And, I don't know, like, are we just not afraid of what's happening? And I'm not saying to be afraid, but I'm just saying, are we just out, like, in our headspace, like, look, I'm done. Stick me with a fork. I'm so done with this. It is what it is. I got to get out to some, because being stuck in the house. What is your gift? What is your take on that, of partying with over 150 people? I'm not ready to do it yet. That's just me. I'm not ready to party with among 150, 200 people. Too soon for me. Just a little too soon. And y'all know the Empress like to be out. They like to get out, honey. I like to look cute. Anything for me to look cute. But I don't want to look cute in a coffin, though. I'm just saying. And it's just that. I ain't trying to look cute in a coffin. Pushing up daisies. No, I'm not. And that's the thing, I don't know if we feel it's safe. And promoters, here's my thing. I'm asking promoters, why don't we have like a COVID test party? Like, because when you're traveling, you got to present a COVID test 3 days prior, whether it's a rapid or a PCR, but you got to present a COVID test before you fly internationally. I know. Okay. So why not have that for parties? Y'all can do rapid, present that at the door. You see, now is the new norm. We got to start presenting all different types of stuff. It's like when you meet a guy, like for me, or a woman, now we got to ask the new norm. We got to ask different types of questions. Are you COVID free? Things like, are you COVID free? That's what I would ask now. But that's my new norm now when for dating. Are you COVID free? If so, can I see your test? You want to see mine? No problem. Are you HIV free? Those are the questions I'm asking. Are you HIV free? What is your credit score? Are you still living with your mama? You'll not love to ask that question. Are you still living with your mama? Are you still in the basement? Now, I may give in if because of COVID you had to move in, things happen. But if you've been living with mama for the past 5, 6, 10 years, we have a problem, sir. You can't be almost 40 and still living at mama's house. We're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. We can't do that. Okay. So now we got to ask different types of questions. I'm asking different types of questions now. I'm like, what? I'm asking different types of questions in this dating game here. I'm asking different types of questions. And asking for a COVID test is just going to be like normal conversation. Hey, my name is Cheryl. What's yours? John, you got your COVID test? Mm-hmm. Because now, because you might want to give me a kiss goodnight, and I don't know. It could be my last kiss, the kiss of death. Y'all think about that? The kiss of death could be coming up in my, no. So in this dating thing, it's just really scary and good at the same time. But people, so let me just tell you, for me, what's happening with me, these are the things I'm going to be asking for. COVID tests, HIV tests, credit scores. If you're still living with your mama, we need to know these things, because we need to know what's in your thought process. How many baby mamas you got. As I ain't trying to be, with nobody trying to be playing all this child support. I'm not doing it. Because I need to look fabulous. This needs to be taken care of. So these are things I probably would be asking in my thought process. Okay. So just saying. But these pandemic parties are getting out of control. Out of control. So we got to wonder, is it really worth it for these parties? And I mean, like, I know we got to get out. Carnivals are coming up. But this summer is going to be very interesting for me to see what's going to be happening this summer. Very, very interesting what's happening this summer, because we're going to be partying. I want to party. I'm getting the little workout with the body then. But again, like I said, it's just, it's a little too soon for me. But, to each his own. Oh, my God. We're going to be partying. I know y'all going to be partying like a rock star, because y'all already partying with this COVID season as it is, and y'all just don't care. Party like you just don't care. But I don't want to die like I just don't care either. Pump your brakes. I'm going to pump that up. Pump it up. I'm pumping that brakes, baby. Because when you come to me, and if some of y'all might be tight tongue, you might be tongue, might throw to a little spit might fall. Your little droplets might just come to me. No. And and I had got no mask on, and it might, that droplet might just get on top of my mascara, on top of my eyelash. I'm just saying, I might blink, it might go all over the place. No, I'm not doing it. No, I'm doing it. No. So I'm just saying. So, I don't know about these pandemic parties. I am just going to take a little pause for the cause with the pandemic parties. Like, I'm just going to pump my brakes until further notice. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's it with me. So, listen. We just came here, you know how I get. Before we get to the next part of the show, we have a wonderful guest that's coming up. You all know I told you this, the hot topic questions, and you all had the questions, and I love them. We're going to be getting into them. But before we do anything else, we have a special guest that's we're going to bring her on early that's coming on to the show. Miss Hakemia Jackson will be coming on. But before she do so, I'm going to take a short pause for the cause, honey. And when we get back, we'll come back with our guest, Miss Hakemia Jackson. So listen, sit tight. Y'all know what to do. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back after this. Keep it locked.
DJ for the L. Yes, man. Black Chamber Music Radio. Classic Reggae Wednesdays. That's my big choice.
Only on BCMO.
Tune into Night Chat with the Empress herself, Cheryl T. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook at I Am Cheryl Taylor. And now on YouTube at Cheryl Taylor Night Chat. For trending hot topics, special guests, and the hot topic questions. Also, follow Cheryl on Instagram at Cheryl Taylor Show. Don't be left out. Be a part of the conversation.
Yes, honey, be a part of the conversation always. And we have a guest that's about to come on, but before she does, let me just tell you a little bit about her. Tonight, our special guest is a professional certified coach in human behavior. She specializes in transforming complex cultures into human-centric cultures in exclusively an innovation that will create long-term sustainable value. She's a visionary force that have touched the lives of many people across the globe. To tell us more about what she does, please help me to welcome Miss Hakemia Jackson to the show. Hey, honey, how are you? How are you?
I am excited. We waited so long to partner together. So
yes, we have. I'm excited that you are here, honey. And you know how we cheers to the good show. Cheers to the queens, honey.
Yes, I have it here.
You do. Yes, cheers to the queens. Wonderful. And my queen, so you are a professional certified coach. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what does all that really means.
Yes, thank you so much again, Cheryl, for allowing me to come to your platform.
No problem.
To just share about my expertise and just how to help our community to continue to grow and thrive in this new time. So again, I'm Hakemia Jackson, executive coach and culture strategist, as well as CEO of Divinely Powered Leadership Development and Executive Coaching Practice. I partner with leaders to help them thrive and maximize their potential, specifically, focusing on advancing leadership and refining capabilities so that they could be their best self. And so a lot of what I do is I partner with Fortune 500 companies like the New York Times, Pinterest, DoorDash, as well as startups and high-performing or high-emerging leaders who are looking to step outside of the status quo and really live, their best life in all aspects of life. And so a lot of what I focus on is holistic leadership. And so when you hear leadership, most people automatically go to the workplace. However, I don't. Leadership to me means being able to lead in the area of your gifting. And what that means is you as Cheryl, radio personality, thought leader in your space and in your industry, how are you leading? How are you using your gift to reach the masses, to lead effectively, to communicate and do something well for the culture? And so think about some of the roles or talents or responsibilities that you have throughout the day. And people say, oh my God, you do that very well. Well, guess what? I call myself the gift enforcer. So when you hear that, oh my God, Cheryl, you do that very well. And you've never thought of it as a talent or a gift or leadership capabilities, you will partner with me to explore what exactly does that look like? How does that transfer not only in the professional, but also personal life as well? And so looking at specifically, how am I leading holistically? That means how am I leading spiritually? And that just means operating from a place of meaning and purpose. How am I leading emotionally? And that means how am I using my emotions and my ability to operate in self-awareness, to operate in relationship management. How can I be my best self in those environments? And lastly, obviously, how am I leading from an intellectual perspective, meaning all the knowledge that you know? I can't do what you do, Cheryl, and because you are an expert in doing what you're doing, girl, right? So you have that unique sauce to be great. Just like I have that unique sauce to be great. So I'm definitely, passionate about what I do. And I get excited when I partner with leaders such as yourself and others who are watching, as well as organizations, so that they can create that culture of, inclusivity, the culture where everyone feels like they can be authentic, and the culture where, individuals feel like they can bring their whole self and belong.
Wow. And I know you are very qualified. I think you got a bachelor's, master's.
Yes.
What else? What else I think I missed out there? It was a long list. I was like, okay.
Yes. So I am a certified international executive coach. So I've coached leaders in Africa, London, Germany, Australia, Canada, Peru, all across the world. I also have both a bachelor's as well as a master's in organizational behavior and executive coaching. I'm licensed as a spiritual belief therapist as well, to help those leaders who are looking for more of a higher source connection. And I'm also certified as a well-being advocate / expert, just to help individuals, people who are watching, as well as professionals, thrive in their well-being space. Well-being is an imperative now, considering that all of us is dealing with COVID, tired as hell, caution fatigue, and just over it. And we have to figure out a way on how can we live 100% in a space of work-life harmony. And so well-being is definitely important to me on this journey.
And now with with the pandemic, I know when you say you deal with the well-being, I know within the pandemic, what are some of the strategies that you have done to help people to cope with their well-being, especially as leaders? When you said spiritually and relationships wise, I know relationships have been it made some and it broke some, it gave a lot of people to try and find who found themselves in a different form, in a different way, and realize certain things, being with someone stuck with someone in a house for a couple months. Yeah, child, you're gonna find some things. Yes.
Yes.
You're gonna find some things. Like what?
Yes, you are.
So how was that? How did that work? Like when people come to you for that, like what type of, how did you help with that?
Ignore. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
This has been definitely a journey. I will tell you, I've had an increase in clientele during this COVID experience and the racial and social injustices as well. So I partner with a lot of leaders to talk about that, creating that environment of belonging. But just to go back on your question, when you think about what this season has brought to us, it's brought an opportunity for us to cultivate a healthier character and for us
Okay.
to intentionally live out our values. And so that means I'm living with my husband. He's getting on my damn nerves and I need a break, right? But
Yeah.
before, we've been able to break away to go to our jobs, to go to happy hour with our girlfriends. Cheers. We've been able to escape some of our realities. And with COVID and the, protests and so much other things that we're going through personally, unfortunately, we haven't had that opportunity to escape. We had to really dig deep and really address some of the things that we've decided to push under the rug because now it ain't no rug to push under.
Mm.
So thinking about that is, okay, what do I need in this very moment, right? So first step is to really acknowledge where you are at emotionally. And that just might mean, you know what, I am exhausted, burnt out, tired of telling, I can't deal. And I'm on the verge of either the burnt out cliff or depression, right? And then two, identifying that needs gap. So what's that gap in between? Here's where I'm at. Here's where I'm trying to be. What do I need in between? What's that bridge to get me there? Is it I need to talk to my girlfriend Cheryl? I need to listen to this amazing, radio, the topics that you have, the hot topics that you share. I need to read some self-care books. I need to do yoga. I might need to break away and sip on something a little bit, right? Or if your extracurricular activity is, you might do some other things, right?
Yes,
To help
yes.
give you that peace, or exploring things professionally, right? What do I love to do? How can I discover something new about myself in this moment instead of wallowing in what I don't have, looking at what I do, and what are some creative ways to learn about me in this moment? That takes time. And unfortunately, some of us don't want to use the time to do that. We would like to deflect and do other things. But what'll really give us the healing and the peace and the joy, you know what I'm saying, that we're looking for is for us to get the work and do the work.
That's right. Gotta get the work and do the work, honey. And
Yes.
cheers to that.
Cheers.
As we sip and chat, honey, that's what we call it.
Yes.
This is a sip and chat. Oh, well, big up to Sip and Chat. That's a place in Brooklyn, Sip and Chat. Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, it's but just a flashback. It just came to my mind. Sip and chat. As we sip and chat, and it's so wonderful to have you on. And so now with, I guess, I still with the pandemic, when you help people, so someone comes with you, like they say they feel a little broken, or they feel that with this pandemic they can't cope with different things, but the children, the husband, do you have like certain programs like set in place, like group therapy, or are those like group therapy works, or what do you have different types of therapeutic things that you do? Because I know like services, because everybody's different. Some may like groups, some may like one-on-one. Like me, I'll probably prefer. I'll be like, girl, I can't stand this. I can't stand. I feel like I want to strangle my kids right about now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I need to just detox. I want to just put them in a room somewhere. So how do you, even with yourself, how do you manage those type of situations? Have you had like really high-leveled ones?
Yes. So two. So there's two questions here, right? What services do I provide during this time? And so, yes, I do individual, coaching, whether it's on the life side or the professional side. So as an executive coach, I focus a lot on that career trajectory, on that performance management in personal and in life. However, there are individual and coaching services as well that I partner with leaders on, just so that they could, on whatever journey of life journey or leadership journey that they need, a sounding board, a partner, someone who could uncover and discover some things as it relates to their experiences and challenges. A lot of what we go through are cognitive barriers, and that just means mental barriers in our head, stuck in our conscious and subconscious, and we can't see our way through. And because of that, because it's tension, because it's anger, because it's sadness, what happens is, from a cognitive perspective, we're blocked on identifying solutions. And so when you partner with a coach, an executive coach specifically, you are getting the credentials, the tools, the strategies that this expert has, gone to the necessary credentialing process, training, degrees, whatever that looks like, to help see you through and to give you strategies that work uniquely for you. And that's why I love coaching. It's not one size fit all. It is partnering with you to discover what size fits solely for you. So that's the individual coaching side. I also partner to do team coaching. And so it's topical in nature. So you may say, you know what, I need some new strategies for COVID, right? For me as an individual. And so you would attend a coaching session where we're working with a group of 5 to 10 people to partner and talk through some things and to build connection and community. The most important thing during this time is for us to operate in a sense of community and connection, because that's what we need psychologically. Most people think it's good for us to isolate ourselves, when the reality is that is counterproductive to what you need to actually grow and to break through of the depression, to break through of, those emotions that impede your ability to operate in a healthy way. So for me personally, the second part of that question, some of the strategies that I do, you know what? When COVID first started, I didn't know what the hell to do. Let me be real with you and everyone else listening. I'm being 100. I am vulnerable. That's one thing I am, because I use my vulnerability as a strength. So as I pour out, I expect, I do that to pull in and for these leaders to see, yourself, through me. So
Yes.
I was like, what the hell is going on? I need a break. I have 3 kids. They're all home virtually. My husband and I share an office, and I'm just getting tired of seeing everybody. So one thing I made sure I did was I was intentional about the time that God had afforded me. And that means whether it's waking up and giving myself, personal time or meditation time or prayer time or devotional time, whatever that is, I gave myself that time. And so then I got creative on how I did it. So not only did I do it in my closet, my room, outside, right, on walks, at a park, it wasn't the same mundane task. I added some type of spontaneity to it, some type of creativity and joy to see if I like it this way or not, right? Because now we're in a new season of life, so we need to explore who we are in this season. A lot of us don't want to do that. We don't want to explore who we are in this season of life. It doesn't mean that it's always going to be that way. It just means presently it is this way, right? So once I identified, hey, okay, I enjoy sitting on the bench in the front yard and feeling the wind brush against the hairs of my skin and the sun caressing my body. Okay, what else could I do? Okay, now I like bike riding. I like skating, right? So these different things, taking time, and I share this on another platform I was on. I say, okay, Hakemia, it's okay to take yourself on a date. I don't have to be with the kids. I don't have to be with my husband. I'm enjoying myself and taking myself on a date and being okay with that. And and when I say that, that means having a commitment to me and not allowing anything else to cross those boundaries. How committed are you to you and the boundaries that you've created in your life?
Right. Wow, that is powerful right there. That is, and that's good strategies, and that's good services and good everything that, you know what I mean, that we talk about, oh gosh, I wish I could go on and on and on and on, but I'm so glad, and thank you for stopping by. Thank you for sharing all your great knowledge. And I posted it up, I put it there where we can find you, but still tell us where we can find you on the platform to follow you up if someone needs this type, and people do need these type of services out here right now in this pandemic. We all need help in our communities, in our Black communities. We need to, each one teach one. We need to just help each other and uplift each other in this time until this is just completely over and done with. You feel me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So where can we find you, darling?
Yes, ma'am. So please, you said something that was really key and important in my heart is the Black community. We don't take care of ourselves enough because we think self-care is for the weak. And that's just the lie that the enemy as well as the colonizers has put in our head, and we need to change that.
Yes.
So, with that being said, please connect with me on Instagram, Divinely Power LLC, LinkedIn, Hakemia Jackson, Facebook, Divinely Power, Hakemia Jackson on Facebook, as well as Twitter, Divinely Power LLC. And also just, stay in the know. I have not only this opportunity tonight, but I'm also speaking tomorrow as well in another webinar. So I have these weekly,
Yes.
sometimes monthly webinars. So please connect, and hey, let's continue to be great and edify our community with this knowledge that Cheryl is sharing on her platform as well as me.
Yes, and I thank you so much. I really appreciate you for stopping by, my queen. And I was so happy when you said, yes, Cheryl, I'll come. I was like, yay. I was like, thank you so much, because this is what we do. As we have platforms, we try to bring the people who can educate and help, and
Yes.
and just put it out there. Let the information, there is information, all types, all
Yes.
different types of thing. And this show is about that. This show is everything, honey. It's a one-stop
Yes.
shop, I call it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
I
thank
appreciate
you
it.
so yes, and I appreciate you.
Cheers.
Thank you so much. Oh girl, you know how we do, sip and chat, honey. Thank you so much, my queen, for stopping by. And you can stay in the wings. You can stay in the wings, because we have the hot topic questions coming up next, honey. So you can always type in your comments, as we
Yay.
normally do.
Excited.
Miss
I'm excited.
Yes. So
I'll
thank
do
you, Miss
that.
Hakima. I appreciate you so, so much. Thank you for being part of the platform, being part of the conversation, my queen. Continue your good work, continue educating, and continue to uplift us, as we need, not only just
Yes,
here, but
ma'am.
in our communities.
Yes,
Thank you so
ma'am.
much. Everyone, Miss Hakima Jackson, thank you so much for stopping by. So that was Miss Hakima Jackson. Thank you so much. And, we're going to get into our hot topic questions. And y'all can send that to me on CherylTaylorShow@gmail.com. Also on CherylTaylorShow@gmail.com. Y'all can send in your throwback pics. On Thursdays, we do the throwback pics, honey. Thursdays is the party time on Throwback with Cheryl Taylor Show. And y'all can send it in to me. You can DM me on IG, on Instagram, and y'all can send it to me there. Don't forget, for those who want to send your love, light, and support to the show, I thank you so much. PayPal, CherylTaylorShow@gmail.com, and also on Cash App at the $ Cheryl106. So listen, stay comfy. Get your little wine together. Y'all know we're going to keep it going, because the hot topic questions are next, honey, that you sent in. So y'all know I give my little 2 cents. So don't go nowhere. I'll be right back after this. Keep it locked.
So there's something going on here. Hey, how are you doing? Auntie Pixie Lou here. So listen, this is what I come to tell all you. I just be on this thing, Cheryl Taylor Show. I just pass through and see what's going on. Yes, Duru, because she from down here. Yes, she from down here, but she out in America now. Yes, and so I just be there sometimes. So all you check she out every Tuesday and Thursday night. I think 8 o'clock now, and she just be on the Facebook business at I am Cheryl Taylor, and she tell me YouTube, but I ain't find it yet at Cheryl Taylor Night Chat. So all you check she out and know how to go and see what's going on. So I just go and make sure she doing everything right, because all I coach but don't put me in no lackery with she, but as I coach she, so so Auntie Pixie Lou come to see her. Why them cars making so much a noise? I have to watch and see what's going on, because as an upstanding citizen, a pillar of my community. So Auntie go talk to all you later. I go on. Why them make?
Listening to Cheryl Taylor Show. It's time for Ask Cheryl.
Yes, honey, it's time for Ask Cheryl. Auntie Fix lose a mess. But listen, thank you so much again. Be a part of the conversation. So this is a time where y'all sent in your questions, and we're about to get into it, honey. So let me get the hot topic questions. Y'all know how I do. So the first one y'all asked that came in here that I pulled, y'all know I like to print them out. It says, hello, Cheryl. My question for you is, my best friend is dating this guy who recently made a pass at me while we were at their house with friends over. Now, she really likes this guy, but I don't want to ruin our friendship. Should I tell her I think her boyfriend is a jerk by making this pass at me, or do I just leave it alone? Listen, I feel that, with friendships, there's a thin line. But if she likes this guy and he made a pass at you, to me, he ain't no good. Because now, I don't know what to say in a sense. Now, a girl, I keep it real. I try to do the best I can. Now, I know you probably didn't prompt anything. So if you didn't prompt anything with it, then I say by all means, tell her. If that's your girl and you tell her, she will believe you over him. You know what I'm saying? I remember years ago, I was in a similar situation, honey. I'll let you know straight up and down. Yes, honey. The Empress had one of these already, honey. Way back in the day. And, and I'll tell you what happened. It really put a little wrench in our relationship because when I told her, and we were cool, we were girls. But, I understand when you're really in love with someone that you really love this dude, honey. Oh, my gosh. Like she couldn't see the things that he was doing. And we were really at a party too back in the day, me and some other friends, and I think I went to the bar or something, and he came and yes, honey, and made a pass, touched the Empress. I had child. I had to, but the music was loud. I was customer, he couldn't hear me. But he heard me enough because he was right next to me. And I went and I told her. Yes, I did, honey. I told her, I said, listen, so and so, and I told her, I said, your man made a pass at me. And this is the things that you gotta take it with a, you gotta take it really, like really weigh the pros and cons with your friend. If she's really your friend, I say let her know, because if you don't and he realize you didn't, he gonna try that mess again. So there you have. I'm just giving you my opinion. He gonna try that mess again. So you let her know. If it puts a little wrench in the friendship, so what? But you have a clear conscience. Once you didn't initiate anything or didn't give any type of signals, and he was just being fast and don't know his place, yeah, I'll let her know. And if that's your girl, because my girl came to her senses after, because she was like, Cheryl, I'm sorry, I didn't think. Yeah, I understand, but you're my girl, and I'll look out for you. He was no good. And let me tell you, on top of that, only for her to find out, I wasn't the only one he made a pass at. Yes, honey. It was a hot mess. Yes, honey. So she had to kick his behind to the curb, because it was no good. Like, he was just trying to get with all of us. Like, what? Sir. And I know I didn't do nothing to him. I didn't, like, really? So if that's your girl, tell her. Tell her, because at least your conscience is clear, and she'll kind of have in the back of her head, know the type of jerk that she's dealing with. That is it, party done, and it's just that. All right, let me get the second question here. We have another one that came in. Dear Empress, I like your show. Well, thank you. I hope my question gets to you. I'm a 32-year-old female, no children, nor do I want to have any children in the future. But that's not how my man is thinking. He have 2 children already. He's 33 and says he wants at least 2 more. I mentioned to him when we just started dating that I don't want any children right now, but he's still thinking about children in our future. What should I do? I love him, but I don't want any children now or in the future. Baby girl. Now, this is where that's why I say I love having conversations. When you're dating, after you've asked the man the most important questions: COVID, credit score, his plans, living with your mama, how much, done asking all these questions. You let him know, because the men will ask, especially, and he already has 2 kids. It's not like he doesn't have, but some men come from a family where they grew up and they have a lot of siblings, brothers, sisters. They're just with that type of environment. Some again just like to have kids. I don't know, but if you had said to him that you don't want kids and you made this clear up front, you see, we got to say what we mean and mean what we say. You got to let him know you don't plan to have kids now or anytime in the future. Now, there's a difference if you told him, I don't want to have kids, not right now, because you're 32, you're still young. You see what I'm saying? But if you said to him, I don't plan on having kids at all, it's not in my, none, zero, then that, I don't know. So when you tell someone this, you see, words are tricky. Words can be manipulating. If I say to you, I don't feel like going to the party, that means I just don't feel like going to the party right now. It may not mean that I didn't say I'm not going at all. Like definitely I didn't say I'm not going at all. You just said to him, basically, you don't want to have kids right now. So unless you have to let him know that this is all I'm saying, how you probably put it over, he's probably maybe thinking that you didn't want it right there and then, because this was just when you all started dating. This is probably a couple years in the relationship, right? And so he's talking about having 2 more kids. So if he is, he's probably thinking that you all are together for a while and he wants to have a family with you. It could be that type of party. So if you got to let him know, but you're saying that you don't plan to have none, not now or in at all, nor in the future, none. Okay, so you have to make that clear to him. And if, for some reason, this is where, he feels that he wants to have more children and you telling him you don't, yeah. Although he may have 2, but he may want to have a family with you. Is what I'm saying? So it may be to the point where you are going to have that conversation. And if it is that y'all are not on the same page, yeah, you might have to, it may have to just depart. Because, it's like I want apples and he want grapes, and that just doesn't work. You see, we can't, that come like having a man being with a man and you see him for what he is, but you're thinking he gonna change. No, what you see, that's it. So what you're telling him, that's gonna be it. You know what I'm saying? You have to let him know, I don't plan to have kids at all. So whether, I don't know if there's certain reasons for that, and we all have our reasons why some of us may want to have kids. I had a show where someone wrote into me and said she don't feel that she's mother material. Like straight up, she doesn't have any kids either, but she said, Empress, I don't feel that I am qualified to raise children. And that's just being honest and real. She don't feel that she's qualified, that she don't think she has she call it maternal instincts. You know what I mean? And so it's not that kids are not for everybody. Unfortunately, they're not for everybody. Some of us have them, we're not supposed to, but they're not for everybody. They're just real talk, straight talk. So have the conversation. Y'all know I love conversations. Have that conversation with homeboy. Let him know that you don't plan to have kids at all. See what he says, where he stands, and you know where he stands. He's letting you know that he wants children. At least 2 more, and he wants to have them with you. So with that said, you're gonna wanna probably, you're gonna probably wanna rethink that. You know what I mean? And let him know that you don't want to have. And you're 32. He's 33 with 2. You didn't say the ages of the children, so I'm thinking they're pretty. I don't know if he has young kids, but he's 33. I don't know how old they could be, but some people start very young. So yeah, let him know, have that conversation, darling, and don't get the signals crossed. Many a times we get signal crossed in relationships. We get, we don't say what we really want to say. We don't say what we mean, and everything gets in a whole, well, I thought you said, and I thought, look, don't think of nothing. I'm letting you know this is what I said. This is what I mean. I don't want to have kids, not right now, nor ever in the future. I don't want to have any. You love him. So if you love him, I'm not saying change, but you have your reasons, and maybe he will ask you why, and by then you can tell him what your reasons are, why you don't want to have children. You know what I mean? So that would be my advice there to you. You want to tell him, look, I don't know. I just don't want to have children. It's not my thing right now. I don't feel like I want to. And it's okay, like I said, to not want to have children. Not all of us, some of us really shouldn't have any, truth be told, but we go ahead and do anyway. Like the other lady who I told you that said she don't think she has motherly instincts. And that's just being honest. So you need to be honest a little more with him, like be more clear, cut precise with it. I don't want. And if he love you, he may say okay, because he already got 2. You're the only one that don't have any and don't want any. You already got 2, so you're kind of, once you're with him, you kind of like inherit 2 kids. You got 2 stepkids. Who knows, and whatever the reasons are, they're your personal reasons, but they're personal reasons that you'll probably have to share with him. Because, honey, he gonna want to know, honey, why it is you don't want to have kids with me, or why it is you don't want to have kids, period. So whatever those reasons are, you're gonna have to let homeboy know. All right, that's it. Oh, yes, that's all y'all sent in. I got the 2 hot topic questions for today. That is what y'all sent in, honey. So, moving along, before we take the break, I know I didn't mention it, this coming Sunday, I am awaiting the interview with Prince Harry and Meghan, honey. I am awaiting it. Yes, honey, because this is going to be with Oprah herself. I am awaiting this interview on Sunday at 8 p.m. I think Eastern Standard Time, where it's a 2-hour long on CBS. So y'all check this out, because they moved to California. And there's no hold bars, that there's no question, or Miss Oprah herself cannot ask them. And he said, you all saw the clip, they didn't set it up for me, but you all saw the clip where he was really saying he don't want what happened to his mom. He don't want a repeat of that. Y'all can understand what this man is saying, and he now sees what his mom, Princess Diana, God rest her soul in peace, was going through when she divorced Charles. And it's even allegations, and they're gonna clear the air, honey, of Queen Elizabeth silencing Meghan. Oh yes, honey, and she's gonna talk about all the stress and all the pressure with the press, or they're making her look some type of way. Honey, it's gonna be hot. I heard the dress was like about $4,700, honey, that she wore. Yes, honey, that black and white ensemble. Ooh, child. Yes, honey. So it's gonna be this Sunday on CBS. That is going to be an interview of a lifetime, because that's going to be, I think, their first ever big, they get a chance to talk about, honey, y'all going to get he's going to spill the tea, the juice, the wine. He going to spill it, honey. And, he just don't care at this point, because he said he moved they moved to California because he needs to protect his family. He took a stand because he don't want, and when someone can say that, you already know. They're probably furious at the palace, honey. Whew, that queen, child, Queen E ain't no joke. What is she, about 200 now? She ain't no joke. Child, she ain't playing. She probably furious at this point, but, I'm glad, I just want to hear this interview. I don't want to get it after the fact. I want it live. So if y'all anything like me wants to tune in, CBS Sunday, Oprah only Oprah could do this interview, honey. Like, ain't nobody else could have done this. I mean, Oprah, Miss O, only Oprah could do this interview. Prince Harry, and it's not even done at none of their homes. I think they did it at a friend's house. So, I mean, like, they got it. And like I said, from what I've heard in the clip, is no holds barred. So she gonna ask, I know she gonna ask the questions, and he's gonna answer. And he's gonna answer them. So that's why I'm awaiting this interview. All right, so listen. Thank you so much for being with me. I'm going to take a short pause for the cause, honey. So don't go nowhere. Listen, I'll be right back. Keep it locked.
DJ for the L. Yes, man. Black Chamber Music Radio. Classic Reggae Wednesdays. That's my big choice.
Only on BCMO.
Tune into Night Chat with the Empress herself, Cheryl T. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook at I Am Cheryl Taylor. And now on YouTube at Cheryl Taylor Night Chat. For trending hot topics, special guests, and the hot topic questions. Also, follow Cheryl on Instagram at Cheryl Taylor Show. Don't be left out. Be a part of the conversation.
Thank you so much. Don't be left out. Be a part of the conversation. And thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you who want to send your love support to the Cheryl Taylor Show, I thank you. Do so at PayPal, the Cheryl Taylor Show at gmail.com, or Cash App at the $ Cheryl 106. Don't forget, people, Thursday is the throwback. Send in your throwbacks, honey. I'm putting up my throwback. Yes, I am, baby. Send in your throwback. Y'all can also follow me on Insta at Cheryl Taylor Show. And y'all can DM me, as some of y'all do, and send in your throwback pic, your questions. You want to send in your video questions, you want to video it and send it, I got you. Send it into the Empress. Look, thank you so much. Thank you for so much. Thank you so much, and for always allowing me to share this platform with you. Next week, our guest is going to be Brett Jolly, the musician, honey. He has worked with all these big stars, so he's going to tell us all about his journey and what he's doing now. So I'm excited about that. It's music, and y'all know I love some music. And of course, it's Throwback Thursday, so we're going to be doing our thing. And I thank you so much again. So listen. I want you all to be safe. These parties that we keep talking about, you all need to pat down with these underground parties like surreal. Okay? I want you all to be alive and well. And with this pandemic, I know it's a strange time for all of us, a new norm for the most of us, because I don't want to keep this beautiful face all covered up all the time, honey. Neither do you. But, it's the new norm and it's the new way in which we have to do things. So, it's better be safe than sorry. It's better to be safe than to be pushing up daisies. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, and I'll say it again, I don't want to look cute in a coffin. Okay? Just saying, honey. So until next time, same place. And just remember, sweeties, you are all too blessed to be stressed. Peace. I'm out.